Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to our show. President Wealth having a wonderful day. On this 15th July 2025, we have the pleasure of having our very own home theater, right? Uh, Sponsored by my lovely neighbor downstairs. Um, However, I don't like the movie, so we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking about the date. Why yesterday was such a hard day. So as you guys know, yesterday we did some demo, which is very different than what we're doing. Today we're having a treat. We're having ice cream. We're having Baja Blast because we worked so hard yesterday. So this is a little bit of a reward, right? Why was today so hard yesterday? Because for a lot of you guys, if you see the video, you thought that I was chilling a lot. Well, here's why it was hard. And I talked about how nice it was this morning, right? And it was nice. She heard me. She offended. Well, but your fucking TV too loud. See, it wasn't an amazing time, but at the same time, in insight, it wasn't the best of days. I feel like I didn't really earn. It's so nuts because I feel like I didn't really earn a paycheck because I could have done more. Now, the done more is the contingency of how much work there was. So we were supposed to finish the job yesterday, right? We are supposed to finish the job yesterday, and the guy, he's a friend of the family. He's a super nice guy, but he has some bills to pay. I think he had a budget to only hire me yesterday, or to do a small day yesterday and do a small day today, and then I'm there for 2 days because you're in a company, you have your profits, and one of the things that is the most expensive is your labor costs. It is super expensive because you got insurance, you got people, you got retreat, you got bonuses, you got paycheck, you got overtime. There's a lot. Most of the stores, and that's the craziest thing, most of the stores, when they're gonna have a financial problem, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna cut people hours. So instead of having a very full day yesterday, it was a kind of nuts day, but at the same time, it was really nice. It was mad that the container didn't come. So we're supposed to have a container to put the garbage there, which is normal demo work. Because we didn't have the container, his friend left, which got him. He was annoyed by that because his friend's like, "Are you there to help, or are you there to do your thing and need to leave?" At least wait a little bit until the container comes, right? I think he was annoyed by that, and then he was annoyed at the container. So it was kind of like it was kind of like a how much what you call it, a very touchy subject because he was nice, but I can tell he was annoyed. So you don't want to push it, right? And then I felt bad about not getting the being paid for doing nothing or next to nothing, because the job, like I said, it was to take out the tile of the floor. Since he was a bit annoyed, he wanted to do it himself. He wanted to hit with the hammer himself, which is totally understandable. I mean, at the very end, it's totally okay. But I felt like, and then what we did was, first of all, it was very fucking warm, and what we did was we had 4 flights of stairs, and imagine you take down buckets full of garbage, you know. So it was tough. It was tough because you were for a moment not working to a lot of work, and plus I'm overweighted. So even then, I can walk upstairs normally, but with buckets, it's a bit harder. But then my legs were shot up. It was bad. And you feel bad about it because he's so nice. Like I said this morning, the guy isn't really close to me because I known him for 15 years, and I know his kids. I'm friends with both of his kids. Um, so yeah, so we had this almost this emotional engagement, right? And I feel bad for him. If it was a boss, not how can I say that? It didn't sound like an asshole. If it was a huge company, I wouldn't have mind as much. Now, the reason as to why is because big company will have a budget for losses. They'll have a budget every single month for, hey, if shit hits the fan, we're good, we're covered, right? He's a small guy. and I felt bad about that. And at the time, like I said yesterday, I didn't drive, so I couldn't leave without him, you know, and it was kind of far. It was 50 minutes. So then he came and picked me up, which was super nice. And then brought me back. We live somewhat close to each other, so it's easier. But imagine if he has to bring me back half the day and just spend 3 hours and a half on the road, you know? So yeah, so, and then I'm like, hey, let's go down with the floor. We could finish the floor. And then his answer was, I want to be finished with the Jeep Rock also. I want to cut down the walls. So his plan was to leave the beam in on the walls. Cut down the walls is the easiest part, because basically what you're doing is you're cutting down the walls and then you're putting them in a container. Compared to taking down or heading down the wall, cookies and cream with literal Oreos inside. It's harder. And plus, he didn't do the job with his friends. Because he didn't do the job with his friends. His friend is an electrician. And now, you know, he's behind, right? So he's pissed, but at the same time, you know, I gotta say, and that was relaxed. I talked a lot. Physically, bro. And then it's a normal home. So in the morning, we were at the 4th floor, and it was something humid, very humid, because what happened was the day before, a lot of rain, you know. But all in all, it was a great day. It was an amazing day. A bit hard, and then the lack of job, and this is something that happens a lot. It happened at the flower shop. You guys remember for Mother's Day? You guys remember? If anything happened, it's because there's quiet moments. You want to help because you're getting paid for that, right? You're getting paid to work, not to stand around. So I feel nervous. Like, holy shit. I feel bad because I feel like I'm taking advantage of the situation. And then you also feel bad because you're like, fuck, I mean, take advantage of the situation. And you really feel bad because you could have worked. So the first thing you do is you feel bad. The second thing you do is you're guilty. You feel guilty. So you go and you ask, can I help you? Right?